Hello.
Hey guys. Sorry, I was turning the mic on.
Happy Wednesday.
Welcome back to another episode of Signal Boost. It's episode 35.
Hey guys.
Oh, sorry. It's my own voice.
Was playing on the phone. Okay.
Welcome. I'm Jessie Sprocket, and this is Signal Boost. It's our art and culture live stream featuring just like cool people in northern Nevada.
Mm-hmm.
And we're doing it here at the Generator, which is our community makerspace that no one's allowed into, but it's okay.
We're working on it. My name's Alicia Dynamic, and I'm the education manager here at the Generator. So yeah, here we are. And we have a guest with us today that we're just not acknowledging at the moment, apparently.
Lindsay, we're gonna talk with her soon.
We're
But
gonna
first,
talk with Lindsay soon.
We're gonna do what's new with you.
Cool.
What's new with me is I really need a haircut, but I haven't had one in a long
That's
time.
not new.
Because Sarah's boyfriend got in a moped accident, or husband, sorry, Lee, in Thailand, and so we had to cancel. And then I got COVID, so we had to cancel. And then she got COVID, so we had to cancel. That's all. I just need you guys to know the struggle is real right now, and I'm fixating on my hair.
I also need a haircut. But also, that's not new. That's my usual state, is that I need a haircut.
Blue-haired queers.
Not
what's
blue-haired
new?
queer, but hey.
It's okay. Honorary.
Yeah.
You know.
I've had blue hair. I just don't currently.
The hair on your heart is blue.
your heart hair.
Yeah, so what's new? No, what's new with us?
Talk about the Honors Academy.
Oh, that's true. Well, that's the thing. So I was supposed to start teaching an art class today at a local middle school. And I used to work in public school, and I worked at a middle school before, and I forgot how, like, crazy it can be. And it just, nobody really knew what was going on, and so I didn't actually really get to teach the first class. It was a lot of, like, trying to figure out
what was even
where
happening?
I was supposed to be. Like,
Cool.
nobody really knew what to do with me, and, like, a lot of the kids were, like, doing something that's, like, not normal. It was very disjointed, but I'm optimistic. I think it's going to be actually really fun. I think when all the kids are there, it's going to be really fun. I do like that age group. They're 8th graders. I'm a glutton for punishment, and I love middle schoolers, and even though they're literally the worst, there's something that's cool about it. And yeah, basically we just created a new collaboration with this school where I'm coming in there to do just basically creative classes every week, just trying out new fabrication techniques and art styles and things like that. So just over the next, I guess through the rest of the school year, honestly, is most how it's going to be. But it's going to be really fun, I think. Just get to get a room full of kids and make some art and see what comes of it.
What if other people want you to teach their kids?
You can email me, education@therenogenerator.com. will come to me. So if you have any questions about that, hit up that email address if you're interested, if you've got a collaboration that you want to work on, that you'd like to propose. We're always interested. Not always able to accommodate things, but we're always really interested to see what people are trying to do and see how we can help to, kind of fill some of those holes of the arts and education in Reno and beyond.
Stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not just arts, but tech and science.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of what I'm going to do with these kids will probably be tech-based. We'll probably do some digital fabrication and 3D modeling, things like that.
Fun fact, Alicia is so techie that she has a chip implanted in her.
In my hand, it's true. You can't see it from there, but
so
if you were up close, you could see it.
Yeah, so that's how you know it's real. Like, her education is on point for the tech stuff.
Because I'm a low-level cyborg.
Very low level.
I just barely skate in. There are some cyborgs who think that shouldn't qualify. It's fine. I'm just going to go with what I have.
Why is there got to be cyborg on cyborg?
I'm just assuming. Honestly, I've never been reproached by a fellow cyborg.
So anyway.
So if you're out there.
Cyborgs, hit me up in the chat, in the email. Also email.
What's up? Hit us up in the live stream.
Yeah, in the multi-stream.
If you type anything in the stream, we can see you. So
we can see what you wrote.
Feel free to comment,
You can say
express
mean stuff
yourself.
about us.
So,
I'm just kidding. We'll be really sad. Say nice things.
We're all artsy kids. Yeah, please don't say mean
We're
stuff.
very
It
sensitive.
really
I'm
hurts our
kidding. It's a
feelings.
joke.
That's really true.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say the only other what's new with me thing is that we have our next clown photo shoot
Coming
on
up.
Saturday, so I'm pretty excited. We're actually gonna leave the board retreat early so that we can go be clowns.
Yeah.
Priorities.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
Should we
important.
be saying that on this right now? I don't know.
I mean, I'm just saying I'm not willing to sacrifice my art for my work.
That's fair.
That's all.
We're not.
But I got some really good stuff. I'm going with like a Miss Hannigan from Little Orphan Annie vibe, and
Ooh.
I'm really excited about it. So,
Nice.
yeah. So if you
So
see,
you abandoned Little Hoe on the Prairie.
oh, I'm still doing Little Hoe on the Prairie. That's just like who I am as a person. But
Okay.
I guess I'm Miss Hannigan in a way too. But anyway, if you just see a bunch of clowns in a parking garage this weekend, don't fucking worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Seriously.
Trust the process.
You can throw some cash at them
Yeah.
if you want to do that.
Yes.
Only acceptable public appearance by other
You
people
can
there.
you can give some offerings if you like.
Yeah.
All
None
right.
of advice.
Good place.
Only monetary.
Yeah, monetary.
Yeah.
Things of value, please.
Yeah.
Not your opinion. Okay.
Positive comments,
Sure.
but not like. Okay, we're getting too
We're
detailed. here.
digressing here. All right, let's do this. Let's do this interview.
Yeah.
You ready?
Let's
Sure.
jump right in.
Let's jump in.
I'm gonna try not to be like the birds aren't real guy, where he just like threw up directly on camera. I don't
Is
know
that
if you saw
did that happen?
Yeah, I
That's
don't know.
amazing.
It was like a Zoom call, and the guy literally just projectile vomited his coffee directly onto the
Oh
screen.
my god!
So as long as
Why?
that doesn't happen, we'll
Because he
consider.
was scared? Was he nervous? Because he was believing birds?
I feel like it was because he was
I'm gonna-
trolling them.
I'm gonna let you guys do your own research on that, and
Wow.
I'm just gonna leave it
I'm curious.
where I have
Okay.
so far. I hope I've piqued
That's
your
fair.
interest. But
You
yeah,
have.
as long as I don't projectile
Google
into the camera.
vomiting. Birds aren't real.
Yeah,
Birds aren't real. Vomit is real, though.
yeah. Vomit is disgustingly real, unfortunately.
Oh,
But,
good evening, Claire.
Hi, Claire.
But yeah, so hi, I'm Lindsay. I'm a
Yes.
realtor, photographer, former emo kid, former artsy kid.
It's a good intro.
Still
Yeah.
artsy.
Yeah, still artsy, still emo.
Still
and
emo, right?
yeah, I
Same.
don't think that ever dies with you, right?
It's true.
But yeah, so I am based in the Reno Tahoe region, as you guys can now see since I'm here with you guys.
Yeah.
But I am a former New Jersey native, which is why I sound like this and why I talk so fast. Yeah, and all three of us are from the East Coast.
Yeah.
So
Hell yes.
So we're going to be talking fast tonight.
yeah, people want to say West Coast, Best Coast, but that's not.
It's not always
East
true.
Coast, East Coast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Are you freaking kidding me?
exactly. So that's a short version of who I am. But yeah.
Cool.
How long have you been a real estate agent? I don't know why I can't speak right now. It's great.
Oh, it's all good. Tongue-tied is the best way to be. I've been in real estate for just over 4 years now, so that's been fun. And I got into it via like property management and commercial real estate, which if anyone knows the residential market or is listening to this as an agent, just the two very vast differences between the two. It's almost like laughable that that's kind of where I started and how I wound up here. But yeah,
Things
So-
I don't know about, but okay.
no, it's a lot more fun to help like actual home buyers, in my opinion, than do like business sales and deal
That
with
makes
rentals.
sense.
So
You get to be like on the HGTV where people are like,
who knows? Who knows?
do you have a lot of people who are like, well, I crochet doilies and my partner is a goldfish farmer and our budget is $600,000.
I feel like debatably, so okay, average stats right now for Reno is that the average home price and median sale price is $545,000.
Wow,
which
folks.
It's high, so most people, yes, I am a goldfish farmer and underwater basket weaver, and my approval is for $600,000. I'd like to buy my first house.
Wow.
But the $4 million approvals, no, I don't have too many like high-end luxury sales. I really focus most of my efforts on first-time buyers. So
Cool.
Normal folks.
Nice.
I like more people like us being home buyers because a lot of your perception when you think of like, oh, buying a house, it's like, oh, the white picket fence or like
Mhm.
mom and pop or like, and you know, I like no discrimination, like mothers, fathers, brothers, sisters, what have you, everyone like deserves to have a house. And I just think when you can really help people that are not what you would assume to be your average home buyer. Like my best friend is a single chick who bought her first house, you know, totally on her own. And that
Mhm.
like
I love that.
Yes, I absolutely love that. But it's just like things you wouldn't think of. I have divorced moms. I have.
So it's Sprocket did. She bought her house by herself.
Yeah, exactly. And then
It's
your
true.
man just lives there, and it's like, yeah, you live in my house. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
It is like exactly like that actually.
I have 3 adult men that live at my house. It's fine. It's
Sprocket's home for wayward grown men.
Yeah.
Oh my
I
gosh.
love them.
Oh my gosh. Now, if only they were actually like imaginary friends instead.
Yeah.
It's like a drop dead Fred thing.
That might be a lot. I don't need any
I don't
friends.
remember that movie, except that it was an imaginary friend.
See, I was thinking more of
He
the
ruins everything.
A House
Well,
of
that sounds.
Imaginary Friends,
Okay.
rather than just ruining
Yeah,
it.
Foster's Home.
Yes. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. Okay.
Signs that you grew up in the 80s. Okay. So.
Fair. I was 90s.
Yeah. Nice.
So.
Go.
What?
I have a question.
Go for it.
When did you move out here?
2017.
Okay, from Jersey?
Yeah.
Why?
Here, what brought you here?
So this is do you guys want the long answer or the
Sure.
short answer?
Yeah, long.
Alright, so the long answer is ultimately I have a philosophy in my entire life that is no reason to stay is a reason to go. And it's not that like I don't love my family or that wasn't a reason to stay in New Jersey, but my career wasn't calling me there. I wasn't necessarily like super called to stay in New Jersey. I wasn't at a job that I loved. And I had been coming out here to visit, and it was kind of one of those things where I was like, oh, maybe I'll move to Sacramento. And I drove all the way across the country, and I got to about Colorado, and the job that I had secured in Sacramento doing medical supply sales, the guy just stopped answering me. So I kind of looked
Nice.
over at my best friend, and I was like, I can guarantee you I have no job when I move. And
Yeah,
so
right.
my
It's a
plan...
bad sign.
well,
You get ghosted by the potential employer.
yeah, ghosted by an employer, just take that as a sign. Maybe you don't have the job.
Maybe not.
That's my life advice. But further than that, keep
Don't
doing
put
what you're
eggs on
doing.
it.
Yeah, keep doing what you're doing though.
Mhm.
So anyways, we continue on our journey, and no one told me that 395 existed. So
Mhm.
given that you guys have spent decent amount of time out on this area, you know well enough, anyone watching this maybe might be is from Northern Nevada, who knows. If you don't know that 395 exists, and you take 99 up north, we left Death Valley. It was 112 degrees, okay?
Mhm.
Why did you? Okay, whatever.
Pick-
You went south first, and then you came up here.
Oh, we bing bonged. It
Okay,
was,
okay.
yeah.
Just checking things out.
I like that.
Cool.
Yes, I also say Bing Bong.
You know, fuck
Bing
it,
bong.
kind of deal.
Yes,
Like this whole
100%.
trip, like
100%.
yeah, I love it. I drove past Coney Island while I was driving up to JFK, and I couldn't help myself.
So good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyways, so not knowing that 395 exists, that I could have driven past Mount Whitney. My goal was to go to Yosemite, and it was in May, so the Eastern Pass at that point was probably open, debatable. But
Mm.
regardless, 395 would have been a much better route. No, I take 99 up after leaving
I don't even
Vegas.
know what that is.
The 99 is like the worst thing. It takes you through Stockton, Fresno, Modesto.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So I had probably the most fucked night I've ever had in my life in Bakersfield. And it was immediately then that I had realized, okay, I am a Jersey girl. I don't think California is the place for me.
Yeah.
Because this whole trip, I had the notion that I was moving to Sacramento. Like, that's
Sure.
where this job was. I was going to
Yeah.
kind of pop back and forth. I had Tahoe
That
there.
is so random that you even wanted to move to Sac, but okay.
Hey.
Well,
It was just happening.
yeah, it was this whole thing. You know, I decided like maybe a month prior to leaving. I like had known that I wanted to go, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna move in July. And then I had this whole shit with a former roommate who dressed up like Lieutenant Dangle from Reno 911 and got
Nice.
popped selling ecstasy down in Miami.
Oh my God!
Like
As
you
Lieutenant
do.
Dangle.
Yes,
Yes.
His mugshot picture is him in a Reno
That's
911 costume.
amazing.
That's the best thing I've
That's
ever heard.
epic.
Yes.
That's
Okay,
fabulous.
of course a Jersey boy too.
Yeah.
So anyways, after that I was like, no, I don't think I should be living in this house generally. And then also I need to move now. So I moved a lot faster than I had anticipated, and so Sac was just like the easiest spot to go. And I don't know, had I planned it out more, would I have immediately like said like, oh yeah, I'll move to Reno, who knows. But
Yeah.
regardless, I wound up here and that was fun. So
Cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, we kind of.
interesting.
It is sort of like it can be. It was a little bit like that for you. I feel like.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Like you
how did
didn't
you
need
too?
to end up in Reno.
Yeah. 100% did not plan on being here.
Wait,
But
so
I was planning to move here.
tell
We
me
were
your
in Portland.
stories.
We lived in Portland.
Okay.
We met in Philadelphia. We both moved to Portland. Then I decided to move here, but then I didn't move right away because I got a really cool job in Portland, kind of by accident. And then I was like, I want to stay and work at this job for a while. And
you
in
had
the
a big
meantime,
community in Portland.
yeah, and I had a really amazing life there, and it was going to be hard to leave, but I knew I didn't want to stay in Portland.
Okay.
I didn't like the weather. I can't spend that much of my life depressed, and I don't know, it just wasn't. It didn't feel like the right place for me. And yeah, so I decided to move to Reno, but then I put my move off. And in the meantime, she moved away from Portland, moved to California, came to Reno to find a spot for her art car.
Yeah.
And leave it here,
But
which
it
was the generator.
Okay.
Came because of the generator to
Yeah.
Reno.
It was a similar
Never
vibe
left.
where I was
Fair.
living in Oakland, but I kept coming to Reno to hang out. And then eventually I was like, why am I living in SF? I'm making no money and everything's really stressful and I don't have anything here and I should just move to Reno where it's way easier to exist.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So then I ended up here and now I'm still here.
And then I moved a year later. And now we're here.
Yeah.
Fair. So you two met in Philly?
Yeah.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay.
We met at a house party at my
Your
house. I was hosting a house party. She was the guest at the house party.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
And the rest is history.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
Pretty much.
That's
Here we are, 12 years later.
yeah. Yeah. I'm thinking about old Philly house parties and stuff like that. And
Oh,
just
man.
West Philadelphia,
It
right
was
by
a
West
time.
Philly High. What's
Man,
up,
that was a time.
Philly?
yeah. See, I had times traipsing around West Philly, but I've never lived in Philly, and I can't claim that. I can claim Jersey Shore though.
Mhm.
Yeah, because you're South Jersey. Yeah.
Yeah. I spent my Montclair years and my college years up in North Jersey, so
Sweet.
East Orange, West Orange,
Yes.
Montclair.
I spent a lot of
Bergen.
time there. Yeah.
Yeah.
You could definitely get served underage in that area.
I had my favorite liquor store in Newark.
Oh yeah, obviously.
Of course, it was in Newark.
Yes.
Of course.
Yeah, I got alcohol poisoning one time because of a Newark liquor store run. Yeah.
Because of the run.
Because of, okay, fair.
Not because of the choices I was making.
No. Absolutely
No,
not.
absolutely not. Because of the specific liquor
How-
store run.
I would not even suggest something like
It was
that.
real bad. My sister's dad had to put me in the shower with
We're
ice
really
cold water.
Digressing.
Yeah, it was bad. Just East Coast life.
Yeah.
This
It's
is what
fine.
it's about, guys.
East Coast
So tell us about your photography.
Jumping back in.
Let's bring it back. Let's bring it back around here.
This is what it's like real life for me, no matter what I do. So even if
Yeah.
I'm ever talking to a client on serious topics like that, I am so gonna go left field.
So,
Yeah. Same.
Old
So-
English 40s. Yeah. Anyway.
God, old English.
I'll show you a
No,
photo
that's where my
later.
brain goes.
God. Okay.
When I think about the olden days. Photography.
Photography.
How long have you been
Her
interested in
photos are
photography?
really beautiful, guys.
Thank you. So let me
So I really want to move this camera. Don't be distracted by me, everybody.
I'm not distracted at all. I'm not. My ADHD isn't distracted. No, so mostly I want to preface this with for my kind of a brain, I can't do something only business related, right? So there was a while where I tried okay, I'm going to just do real estate, or okay, I'm going to just do photography.
Mhm.
And it makes the other part of my brain upset because it's okay, this is not only my artistic outlet, but having it as a part of my business makes it so this way then I am practicing it every single day. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I don't know, I can't do weddings as a hobby. I'll break my back way too easily and there's way too much of a liability. And
Yeah.
I really like elopements. So I've always done some kind of weddings. I've done it for just over 10 years. So
Wow.
It's a long time.
That is a long time.
yeah, but I love it, and I don't know, I could never really give up the photography thing. Like I said, I tried to when I first got into real estate because I was oh yeah, I'll do this full time and I'm gonna be full-time businesswoman kind of deal. And
Yeah,
that's just
But you're nope, gotta
It's-
have money.
yeah, it's a little too serious for me. And no, before anyone asks, I don't do real estate photography. I'm really bad at taking photos of houses.
I would have expected that you did your own. That's interesting.
No, I am terrible at real estate photography. I have tried many a times.
Yeah, I bet. Because
No.
it would save you money if you did it yourself.
It doesn't even
The
save me
worst
that
way, I
much.
guess.
And
It's not.
yeah, and for me,
Yeah.
with how bad I
It's
am
not
at
worth
it, it saves me money to not do it myself because
Fair.
it does worse for my listings.
Yeah, right. Because you need to have.
Well,
those
because
good
your
pictures to sell.
photography is people,
Yeah.
right? So it makes sense.
It's totally different.
Yeah.
Totally different vibe.
Yeah,
than a house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't like kids.
So what's like a particularly memorable
That's fine.
elopement that you've photographed?
So my best friend of many years got married down in Valley of Fire last January before? No, last January.
Nice.
Yeah, so she asked me to do her elopement, and that was probably like the most memorable one I've ever done.
That's cool.
And it rained while we were doing our bridal portraits, so
Oof.
we put on Iconic or Ironic by Alanis Morissette and just kind of
that's
let it go.
cute.
Yeah.
That's really
And yeah, I don't know. It was fun to help her get ready and kind of, I don't know. I
That's
remember
awesome.
the nights of like playing lookout while she was like sneaking over to her neighbor's house to like. Anyways,
Do
I'm not gonna out
things.
her.
Cute.
To do things.
I'm not gonna out her on this
that are
podcast.
undisclosed.
Yeah. I mean, everyone snuck out at 16. Come on.
It's true. Maybe
Yeah.
not Alicia though.
I did not.
Really?
She was the
I
good
was.
girl.
I was. Oh,
Yeah.
it's very embarrassing.
It's okay.
It was
She
very.
was the late. She was the late bloomer.
That's okay.
Very neurodivergent. I think about all to do with it, but yeah, very like sheltered and did not sneak out.
But also, you were
I had nowhere to
going-
go. Nobody was inviting me to anything. Where would I
Well,
go?
yeah, and you were in rural Pennsylvania going to Catholic school. It's like
Well, I went to Christian school, yeah, but my
Sorry,
sister,
whatever.
no, but in high school, it
the
was
God
Christian.
and Jesus people.
My sister used to sneak out, so
I just.
both of them sneak out. Yeah, both of them.
Yeah. Well, mom and dad watch us later.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah. Good.
They're not interested.
My dad did ask me if he could watch this, and I was like, "Yeah, I'll send you the link." And now I've realized, like, the things I've said to Dad, I absolutely
already-
cannot send you this. I'm so
I'm
sorry.
sure he
Already
knows who you are.
too
like,
late.
there's no. I'm sure it's not a
Too much has
surprise.
been
Yeah,
revealed.
but Dad doesn't know the Bakersfield story,
Okay.
and I can keep that one from him. I don't want to.
There wasn't that many specifics in the Bakersfield story.
No, but I don't have to give specifics to get questioned,
True.
Mm,
and I don't. We're not
Man.
scratching the surface on that one.
Okay.
fair.
I mean, it's your relationship with your dad. You can do whatever you want.
I love my dad. to
We could just
pieces.
delete this right now. We're just gonna turn this off.
I'm just gonna turn this off.
See, my mom honestly would probably
Hi,
watch this if
Shiny.
she's not. But
Hi.
yeah, so she on the other hand does know the Bakersfield story.
Cool. Well, now I want to know it, but you can tell us later.
There was a fitness mat involved. A friend of mine absolutely covered in puke from head to toe.
Nice.
Yeah, but it was that's as about as far as I could publicly give
Yeah,
that
yeah.
story.
It's fair.
Now I really want to get what? Okay, so the one and only time I went to Salem, Massachusetts, I went with a couple of my friends, and we all had clam chowder, and then we went to a all white like whatever blacklight party where everyone drank gin and tonics at some college that I don't even remember the name of. That it was like they lived in a trailer, like a double wide trailer, but on the college campus, and we were all in white drinking gin and tonics, and it ended up with my friend puking out of the window of the driving car, just like clam chowder all over the side of this rental.
Oh my God.
So that's all.
That sounds very Massachusetts. Like
Yeah,
if I
yeah.
had to tell,
It's puking clam chowder.
yeah, puking clam chowder at a blacklight party, like
Yeah.
after a blacklight party,
In a trailer. Yeah.
the trailer on campus.
I don't know why. I don't even know what college we were at.
Oh my
Legit,
God.
I don't even know.
I'm gonna sneak away for a minute to go get that video ready for our next interview because I
Okay,
don't see
cool.
any other way we can do it.
Yes.
We biffed the timing a little bit. We're sorry, folks.
Yeah, we're running
We'll be
over,
right back.
and I didn't even ask you about all the things, but it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. I was too busy talking about all of my blunders. It's okay.
So what happens when you get East Coast people together? You just want to tell old stories. It's not great.
Yeah. Walk down memory lane constantly is
Yes.
just the way it goes. Other questions that might be asked of me would be, let's try to do the rapid speed round while she gets this ready.
Yeah, do it. Give us some real estate tips. Like the market's crazy right now. Should I sell my house?
It depends on what your financial situation looks like on the approval end of things. If you can be approved for an amount that you're comfortable with and your mortgage stays at a rate that you're comfortable with, or it goes up a little bit for more of a house because you can take the money and use it as a larger down payment, then potentially, but if you don't necessarily have to, you're enjoying your lifestyle. I mean, your house for you guys and what you've told me is your goal is perfect, So that's where it's like, do I really want to sell my house right now? Can I tell you that I can sell you another ranch property like that where you are going to have like possum farms without having to worry about people backed right up to you,
Yeah.
I can't promise you that it's going to be super easy. So weigh
Fair.
your pros and cons of that. If if you were in a position where I had someone reach out to me on TikTok today, which TikTok, Jesus Christ, but
A local person?
yeah, and they're like, hey, my house is worth like over $800,000 in Arrow Creek. Like, you mean you can get this for $500K in Sparks because it's a new build? And yeah, it's much less house, it's much less, you know, square footage, it's a less bedroom, it's this, it's that.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're thinking about selling and taking your equity to buy down, that's also an option too.
Mm-hmm.
But you can also make like a pretty decent
Oh my
upward
God.
move. And like pricing wise, it can be kind of lateral because of what you can put down,
Fair. Okay.
if that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, I'm always like, should I sell my house in Reno and buy someplace else, right? That it's like cheaper now.
East Coast is just as expensive with taxes, baby.
Well, I know. I'm not going back east. Are you fucking kidding me? There's no
Well,
way. But
I mean,
yeah.
I got my license in Jersey too, so
Nice. That's amazing. That's how your friend bought her. Nice.
Bye, guys.
Sorry,
And
I'm
I will-
trying to figure out where there's a USB port.
It's not. There
There's only
isn't one. There's stuff in them all.
Wow. Well,
Wow.
There's one right. Okay.
there's one there.
Tell other. It's the worst right now.
Sorry, guys. I'm trying to get our next interview queued up. We biffed our timing because something took way longer to process than we expected.
Tell them facts about real estate that they might not know.
Exactly.
That is really helpful.
Okay.
That's really what I wanted to ask you about. Like, what's the? I feel like, for me at least, right? So I bought my house like by myself. I don't have a lot of money. I don't make a lot of money, and it was really intimidating. But I, was just relentless about it, and I knew I wanted to have that security for myself and my kids, and that really motivated me. But I'm always telling people, like, it's more attainable than you think. You don't have to have perfect credit. You don't have to have a ton of money. I mean, now it's a lot harder. Like, in 2018 when I bought it was easier. But, I don't know. Thoughts about that. Also, do I have lipstick everywhere, guys?
No, you
Just
don't.
all over my hands, I realize.
Oh, yeah, I get it all over my teeth. So if you guys can see that, I really don't care at this point.
You look
I'm-
decent.
We're just going with it, So, yes to everything you said. A, it's more attainable than you think. You don't need perfect credit. You don't need a ton of money down. The thing that I tell people that they always forget about is the grant programs. So
Mhm.
there's two different grant programs in just Northern Nevada alone. Home at Last and then Home is Possible.
Yep.
So if you don't have the funds for it, apply with these programs. Yes, there are minimum credit requirements and income restrictions and things of that nature, but it's well worth it if you don't have the money to put down and you still want to be in a home.
Yeah.
So, and just in comparison to what rental prices are in Reno right now, and everyone wants to say, well, you don't talk about when the market drops. So here's the thing, even if the market dropped, you have a guaranteed payment that you're comfortable with,
Mm-hmm.
even at the worst of times. Okay, I can pay this. So what people don't think about is when home prices get lower, interest rate is also then higher.
Yeah.
So that monthly payment winds up staying very similar, even if the cost of the house is less. So if you've paid down more on your mortgage and things of that nature, you have more of a leeway, even if you're buying at a lesser interest rate, because you have a lesser interest rate to carry on that debt.
Cool. So, I mean, that's really good advice because I think a lot of people are like, oh, the market's so hot right now, I'll just wait. But that doesn't mean it's going to get easier later if it crashes, if the interest rate is higher. Yeah.
People said that in 2017, and the only reprieve that they've had was those couple of months at the beginning of COVID from January to April in, 2020?
Yeah.
And that was very literally it. Since then, we've been on a hot streak, and we went back a little bit for fall and winter, but with such low inventory, pricing's still been really hot. And like I said, I mean, that stat of it being at $545,000 for the median home sale. Yeah, and that's still up 1.9% month over month from last month at 540. And that's with tight inventory, with the talk of interest rates going up, with if anyone follows like the stock market and wants to look at that as an indicator. I mean, we had 2 really shitty weeks on the stock market, and I'm sorry, but I didn't see home prices come down in Reno.
Yeah. It's bonkers out there.
Yeah.
Is there like a section of Reno Sparks that's the best to buy right now? I guess it really depends on what you're looking for, what your budget is, what you have to put down. Like, yeah, too many factors.
D, all of the above. If you're looking for like growth in terms of like what's the hottest area to buy that's going to be booming next, I would really suggest anyone to go take a look at the master plan. They put that out in 2020, City of Reno did, for everything that they want to do expansion-wise over the city. And it kind of goes into the neighborhoods that they're going to be developing next, what roadways they're going to be focused on, how they're expanding 395. So that comes from the Builders Association, city planning, XYZ. The Builders Association actually does a really great presentation every year, too, that kind of summarizes it.
Do you go to it? Is it live?
It's an invite-only kind of thing. It is live. But yeah, so they are...
It's
I
for
have a
like...
couple agents of mine that have gone, like agents of my previous office, I should say, that have gone to it over the years. I haven't, but I've had my hands on the presentation more than once. And yeah, they have a lot of valuable information. And just as far as what's growing in town, I mean, people are talking about east of Wells as part of the development next. They're talking about like north of, what am I thinking of? Like north of the hospital and that whole area, back behind Kitski.
Yeah.
And I
but
mean,
like by Mill.
Yeah.
Yeah, and by Plum, like that whole little area over there.
Yeah, so it just depends. I mean, I've had clients that want to turn down that area even if I propose it to them that way. Like, hey, look at like the next 5, 10, 15 years worth of longevity, because they're looking at it as an investment property. And they still say, no, not currently the area that we want to shop in. But I have other clients, like I have a client of mine that set on over $100,000 worth of equity, did a cash out refi, took out $30K, redid her roof, redid her fence, still has like a nice nest egg to put away. And I know people that take that and then invest it, and at 3% interest versus getting 7% interest on an average annual for the stock market. Yeah. Okay, I can be up 4%, or I can do nothing with my money and do nothing with my equity. But it just goes to show that that area is still appreciating just as fast as the rest of town is. Yeah. Yeah.
And it's a cool spot. I mean, I used to live over on Cheney, and I loved it. It was awesome. I mean, back when Jub Jubs existed, I could like walk to Jubs, R.I.P. Jubs. Yeah.
Sad.
Super sad.
Yeah. I mean, I live back behind Reed, and Sparks is growing. East Sparks is growing. North up on Vista, Kylie Ranch, everything in the back south end of Spanish Springs. Yeah. It's insane.
Yeah, I mean, same North Valley, same deal.
Yeah.
It's been so bonkers to just watch the development of Reno.
Yeah.
It's, so many of my favorite places to go hiking and do archery and like whatever that was like in town are now housing developments. Like they're just gone, so.
Yep, I feel that. I used to hike all those trails back up off of DeAndrea, and so now it's been really fun to watch it actually, like since I've moved here. So I used to have a sunset spot where I would go and sit and park my car, and it was like just right up by my house. Nope, there's like 4 streets of houses all the way back up now.
Yeah.
And it's cool though, because I sold one in that development, so I'm like,
nice.
Oh, you're like in my old sunset spot. I'm like, I'm gonna come enjoy your backyard. So.
Like just creeping back there. You're like, I'm back here again.
Honestly, with those clients, they would not be surprised and they would not care. Like that client butt dials me all the time, and when I call him back, he's like, "Oh, you're calling me?" He's like, "Oh, that was an accident." I was like, "Yeah, I get that, but is everything okay? Like, I just want to make sure."
You're too nice. Get out of here.
It's just he's an older guy, and like him and his wife are like really sweet, and I just want to make sure, like, okay, you don't need anything, okay?
Yeah.
But
I saw you helping a client paint their house after you.
Yes.
This is your realtor, guys. If you're looking for a realtor, yeah.
Yeah, I'll paint your house. I'll show up and do a tequila shot with you, but only one because I'm really not a big drinker. I am 420 friendly though, so.
Blaze it.
Yeah, seriously. The reasons I actually moved to Nevada was because it was like 2 months later that it legalized, because it was July 1st, 2017. And yes, I have that ingrained in my memory, and we're going to just move right past that. So, yeah, I'll do a single shot of tequila with you. I'll paint your deck, because I've done that to make sure that our house appraised. I'll paint the inside. I will never, and I've done it before, but I will never again help anyone remove popcorn ceilings.
Oof.
No. I'm sorry. You guys are on your own, and I'll give you the number of a good handyman.
Oh, Shani wants to know, does she apply for the grant, or do you apply, or the mortgage person apply for the grant? How does it work?
It's not necessarily an application process. What you do is there's usually about a $700 fee. There's a little bit of a hike in the interest rate that gets paid over the life of your mortgage. So if your quoted interest rate on a standard conventional loan with no down payment assistance is like 3.8, which it's probably more than that. We've seen interest rates ticking back up into the fours. Yeah. You'll be looking at like a 4.5 for down payment assistance, right? You take a class, which is usually online, especially with COVID and things like that, and you become a certified buyer, and that's with Home is Possible, and I also believe Home at Last. But You go through their certification process, which it just teaches you about the home buying process. This is escrow. You go to inspections. This is what your appraisal is. This is why we do it.
I actually took it twice because you have to take it within 6 months of buying the house.
Yep.
And I put a bunch of bids and didn't close, so I had to take it again. But yeah, it's super simple. And then, yeah, it just tells you all the stuff about it.
Yeah, but you don't necessarily have to apply. You apply for a mortgage just traditionally, and then if you get approved based on your income and credit requirements to use the down payment assistance, then your lender will let you know, like, hey. So most of us, especially in Northern Nevada, are qualified with both programs. So.
Give it to me.
It's still on this. We made a
Okay.
valiant effort here, folks.
I want to talk to you even more about all the things, but
You guys could just keep talking for the list.
I can always just put you
10
guys on
minutes
my
and we can do
podcast
this
next time.
next time.
No, we're just
Ooh,
gonna
that
do-
sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
We went and did trivia and interviewed Conor, who's from Renoites. So that's what this is, and I'm gonna put it into the computer.
And my computer, my desktop computer died, and it usually renders these in like a very short period of time. And I had to do it on my laptop, and I didn't time it right, and it took like 20 minutes to render. And I didn't. We do a lot of things last minute. In my defense, we did this interview last night, so.
She's, defending.
I think they'll figure it
Can
So
you?
please forgive me.
Before
We're gonna have
we-
to unplug the camera. Is the only way to get it on.
Okay.
See, it's on a USB drive, and there's only one USB port on the computer.
I'm gonna figure it out. Don't worry. But I wanted to say before we go over to this other interview, if people want to get more information, like Shiny or anybody else, how can they hit you up? I know it's down here in the ticker, so but also you can just tell them.
Okay, if you call me this in public, we are going to have a mild issue because I'm going to be cringing and turning red. But you can find me on Instagram at the Reno Sparks Realtor. And like I said, please, my name is Lindsay. And yes, you can introduce yourself and say, hey, you're Lindsay, right? Not you're the Reno Sparks Realtor, right? I appreciate it. And I'm really glad that you guys find my content. But
Your branding's too good.
I don't know.
Too good.
I feel weird about the Instagram thing. I hope that you guys like it. And I hope y'all know that I feel like a dumbass every time I post a reel, but I'm just trying to put more educational content out.
No, it's
into the
great.
awesome.
Yeah, it's super great. I mean, that's how we're friends,
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Found each other via Instagram.
Yeah, I find most of I've literally found 99% of my Reno friends via Instagram because I'm an elder millennial. How else do you guys make
Yeah,
friends?
for real though.
And
For
like I said,
We
I
do
barely
this.
drink. Yeah, so stuff like this, Instagram is how I really connect with people. And yeah, send me a DM. You can have my cell phone number too once we get to that point. So
You want to shout it out here on the internet?
no, not specifically, not today.
Well, okay, DM her and ask her for help
Slide
because that's why
into
she's
those
here.
DMs.
Now I'm
Yes.
creeping super close. Okay, ready, guys? The camera might turn off. It's
Fine.
fine.
Let's hope this works.
Ooh.
We're still here. We're doing the thing.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Signal Boost. We're out here at Sierra Tap House with our friend Conor.
And didn't have a plan for when to stop, so I just kind of did an episode every week until I got completely burned out. And that turned out to be about 32 weeks.
Okay.
All right, guys. I think it's not gonna work, but I'm gonna try. And also, thanks for bearing with us as always. It's a bummer. Alicia's computer died.
Yeah, it's been really a pain.
She has to rebuild the entire thing.
Tried to do it today, but it just took a lot longer than it's taking a lot longer than I
No, I didn't miss my
wanted to admit to myself before I started the project.
This is definitely the thing.
No, wait.
Oh, cause okay. I got
Oh,
it.
here, it's this. Right? No, that's not it. Yeah, it should be the sequence one. It should just play. It should be just a regular ass video. I don't understand. It should be just like an MP4.
It's fine.
We don't have time for me to re-export it.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm trying to fix everything, and it might not happen. Alicia, your face in the background here is really priceless.
Oh, great.
I do appreciate that you're covering mine.
You're right. It's never good when it freezes.
Yeah.
Well, my mom's the only person who thinks I look cute when I'm frozen.
Alright, guys, hold on. I'm gonna still try to fix this. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Sickle Boost. We're out here at Sierra Tap House with our friend Conor, and we just did trivia.
We did. We lost miserably.
You were doing okay, but
For a little bit.
the last question, if you guess and you're wrong, you lose all your points. So
No, we broke it.
It's broken. Broken, as my kids say.
Exactly that. We messed it up. We broke it.
It's fine. But you know what we can do? We're just gonna go right to Instagram Roundup.
Oh yeah, good idea. And it's just gonna be that video. All right.
Okay,
Let's
guys.
do it.
You know
Instagram
what? We're
Roundup.
just gonna do
It's
Instagram
time.
Roundup, and we'll do the Conor interview next week, even though we have lots of people.
We'll make it work.
You know what I'm gonna just start with is Ketchup the Chicken because it's the best thing I've seen all week. Please follow Ketchup the Chicken,
Is
local
this
chicken.
based in, is ketchup local to Northern Nevada?
Snow Day, am I right, ladies?
Is that really what it says? Oh my god, that's
I love
amazing.
that.
Ketchup the Chicken. You know, everyone needs more joy in their life, and I feel like now more than ever, Ketchup the Chicken.
Oh, look at that.
Chicken.
Who's watching Chicken Little?
That's
Aw.
amazing.
Other things, look at this. Oh,
Adopt this
adopted.
dog. Okay.
Nice. But, maybe the Humane Society is having a Valentine's Day. Well, humans.
And there's almost no humans in it. It's animals. Nice try though.
No, yeah, here it is. This dog. I want to get this dog. All of the dogs that have been there for the longest.
Oh, the Lonely Hearts Club.
Yeah, Lonely Hearts Club.
$14.
Raider.
Oh my gosh.
Look at these good pooches. Look at that.
Poor
So,
babies.
you know, I like to shout out the animales. Go over to the Humane Society and get a Lonely Hearts. Comedy night is now happening at Coffee and Comics
Nice.
every Tuesday. Shows at 7. Son of 6. Wow.
Signups are sick. Signups are sick.
They are though. And maybe
If you
Conor
sign
will
up for
go.
this, you're sick.
Friday virtual leadership meeting for the Radical Writers.
Nice.
Love them.
It's a great
Farmily,
organization.
yes. Farmily is doing a thing where if you pump your gas at specific places, which is really interesting to me, right? Like you're getting gas that is saving, like it's supporting this organic farm, but it's fine. I mean, who am I to question?
Listen,
And we all need fuel.
the money is
so-
green.
Yeah. Go and anytime, Wednesdays in February, that's what it is. Go fill up your tank.
How about that?
Valentine's Day cards for senior citizens,
Nice.
hosted by our city councilman, Donald Abbott. So go make some Valentines for some seniors.
That's nice.
So this is a program by the Northern Nevada International Center where they're sending kids to Washington D.C. and I thought that was pretty cool. It's a whole thing. But if you have a young one that's interested in that kind of like international affairs stuff and helping other people, and they want to go all the way to D.C., you should go check it out.
Mm-hmm.
You girls are both East Coast girls. Did you
Mhm.
guys go to DC on a school trip when you were younger?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yes.
All right, I'm like the only East Coaster that has never been to DC.
Heard.
What was it? The
I've been there,
reenactment, like
yes.
yeah.
I was all about all of that stuff. I loved the reenactments. It was really
I love
weird.
that.
I prefer the day that we made apple cider, but anyways, aerial classes are a lot of fun. You're gonna get bruised, but they're fun.
Yes, this is true.
Yeah, new class at Acro Enzo, and we're gonna actually go
Wednesday.
and record them next Tuesday.
Nice.
Yes. Art Society baklava cocktail.
I
I don't
know.
know if I want it, but I might.
We should go get that after this.
Okay. You can't drink this. Well, you just take the
But
whiskey
they have
out.
other things.
Yeah. I'm not going there. I have my children
True.
and no one to watch them but myself.
You can bring a baby into a bar. It's Nevada.
They
True.
serve dessert, so technically they
It
serve
wouldn't be a
food.
fun experience for anybody
It's
in there.
true. It's not fun to bring children to these things.
Remove the dam from the Turkey River. That's kind of cool.
Why?
Probably for the salmon.
Oh.
It's
Cool.
a danger to rafters and tubers. Okay.
Oh.
It's still
See, they
affidavit.
had nothing about salmon, just tubers and rafters.
The dam doesn't need to be in the river anymore.
It's a safety hazard.
It's an attractive
Nuisance.
nuisance.
Mm.
What does that mean? An
It
attractive
means like
nuisance?
something that draws people in that's dangerous.
I feel like that should be my catchphrase.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
an attractive
nuisance.
nuisance.
For real.
Yes.
For real though.
It's a safety hazard for sure. It's you. A safety hazard.
I mean, I resonate with that.
That's it, guys. That's all I got for you this week.
Well, thank you for
Don't
keeping-
forget about ketchup, okay?
With us through some technical difficulties.
Yes. We appreciate you all.
And we'll play Connor's interview next week.
Yeah, and what else is happening? And Terrence from Doomed Movement is going to be
Nice.
here. And maybe somebody else too that I don't remember.
Maybe a special secret guest.
Oh yeah, Adrian Landon is supposed to be here too.
Oh.
We have too many guests.
Adrian Horsey Landon.
Yeah, a Senor Horsey. Also an East Coaster.
Yes, New
Yeah.
Yorker.
Oh, oh.
All right, guys, we can't even wave goodbye to you because
It's very
we
sad.
really
You're just
biffed
gonna have
it.
to know that we're
But
looking hot, waving.
you know that's not true. Okay, have a great night. Appreciate
Bye.
you. Bye.
Bye.